Hey everyone, this is Manly Badass Hero, and I'm here playing two different horror games. Both of them are part of the Cage Face series, the first of which is Cage Face, Case 1 The Mine, which is a horror game where you encounter a being called Cage Face, and I'm probably not a very nice person. Hardcore mode? One autosave. Illness progresses at a fast rate and the effects are stronger. Sure, let's do it. So let's start with the events that happened in that mine, if you feel you're able to. Me and my bud had just graduated from high school. We're soon gonna be leaving for college. We couldn't wait. We'd finally get to leave that dump of a town once and for all, but we also kind of want to leave our mark there, you know. So my friend knew about this shutdown mine they were reopening for use. The mine I was gonna work on a bit in the morning, take the rest of the day off, so we figured we could sneak in at night and tag the place. So timekeeping mode turned out my flashlight was old and pretty faulty. My dad did hunting though, and he legit had a night vision scope. I figured he wouldn't notice it was gone. When I got to the mine, my friend wasn't there. I figured he just got know about me is all. Turns out I was right. He'd used a ladder to get over some big metal gate. I went in the same way he did and started looking for him. And that's when I realized I had messed up terribly so. Night vision. I like that zoom feature. Okay. Current mine maintenance. To all mine restoration workers, I want to be perfectly clear what we're doing here. This comes straight from the supervisors, so make sure you commit all this to memory. Our current job is to install new lighting fixtures, fit new metal doors and electric systems, put up signs marking any dangerous areas, and prepare for cleaning and reopening those collapsed tunnels. You might notice some items left here from when the mine was opened back in the 1800s. Supervisor made it very clear, if it's not in the way, leave it alone. We'll be taking care of those items later, so don't get any funny ideas. A note here. In case of a power outage, use the backup generator located in the section between the east and west areas. Switch it open the middle door if I had power. Locked. I need a key to open it. Damn, this flashlight. Giving a package to my father's night vision scope. So flashlight's really just for like point blank. This is the real good way to see. Like, 'cause look, we barely see around our corner, which might be a good thing, depending if whatever it is in here, which is Cage Face probably. If they also will not see our flashlight as easy. What we got here? Fallen tunnel. We'll be collecting supplies to help remove the debris from the collapsed tunnel. I know the supervisor said otherwise, but I still think we should get some proper gear to test if there's any toxic gases around here. You can never be too careful with these old mines. Combination lock. Which we don't have the number 2, but I'm just gonna... Okay. I just took a shot in the dark. Sometimes you get stupidly lucky. Nothing there. This door is clearly unlocked, but somebody must keep it unlocked from the other side. I do not like that. Who's the graffiti? Oh man, he started tagging without me. He could have waited. Where the hell is he, though? And here we're back at the beginning. So we're gonna loop around fully. There's only one way to go right now. I will note this is actually a remake, apparently, of the original Cage Face game. I haven't played the original, so this is all... And the Cage Face saga is all new to me. That is our friend. Holy shit, he's dead. I don't know what the hell did this to him. I'm not about to sit around and find out. The map mill door is blocking me, though. How am I gonna get out? Maybe you have something that can help me out. Sorry, buddy. Flashlight. Oh my god, I can see my feet. And legs. And torso. I can hide. which is not good. Let me do that again real quick so I can feel out the mechanics of this. Look around. And I can zoom. We're gonna find out how effective Cage Face is at chasing us. If it's a case where, like, oh, you have to make sure that they didn't see you go in there, or if they're very... I mean, they have a face for a cage, I mean, they can't see very well. Anyway, let's search your body. East area key. So far, so good. East area is to our left. There's west area. East area is back towards the start. Yeah, I starting to feel really heavy. I should get out of here fast. There we go. Now I chose hardcore as my first run. Might have been a terrible mistake. It did mention... Whoa, 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 this is Cage Face. You're not actually that fast. But I still don't want to deal with you. I'm dealing with you. Oh man, those CGs when you die. That's pretty good. Okay, there they go. Now how do I know if you've left, aside from the music? I guess we're good. Boy, this flashlight sucks. I know it's supposed to suck, but still, I'm still gonna state the obvious. Backup generator. Do note that the generator is mostly around in case we have a power outage and need to get to the front gate open. It needs the ignition key. And it uses special fuel and won't take anything else. Both of those can be found in the fuel storage room. The code is waxing crescent, waning crescent old. Keep an eye on the time. Alright, let's look at this. So yeah, we can figure out the puzzle with this. Waxing, waning crescent old. Okay. There's a hiding spot. Got a hammer. Better hide for a bit. I thought I heard Cage Face coming. And I was right. Okay. Cage is right behind us. I better keep moving. Probably should go down here. I'm now unwell. We are dying. Yeah, that's that poison mechanic they mentioned at the start of the game. Here we go. Don't read the reports right here, so I'll put this up here. After putting away a jerry can, I noticed the center support frame snapped in. That ceiling could come down at any moment. I think we're still dying if we read text. So make sure no one wanders in the area, gets badly injured. I barred the door. If there's anything you're keeping in the storage room, I'm reading fast. We're probably inspected and secured it. I can't... Cage Face, don't smack me on the back of the head with a pickaxe. That'd be no good. Oh my god. Did I not notice you, or did you spawn in here? Go away. I don't want to look at your legs anymore. I think we're doomed. There, now you finally decide to get me. So yeah, sorry it took me a while. I just had to like feel things out. You get in here. Okay. I don't want to repeat of last time where Cage Face like got in here and you kind of like warp. You see that? Like they ran in the corner and just like, I'm Cage Face, I'm just going for the wall. It's like, alright. Okay. Whoa! You literally do come out of the wall, do you? Boy, like nowhere is safe from you. That's... Did you turn on my no-clip, bro? I'm gonna get those teenagers. You turn on my no-clip. So... Password should be 289. 289. Huh. 2 in fact does eat 9. Oh, I hear it. Why do you make that weird whistling noise? It's like a bird's coming after me, like it's looking for bird seed. You got any bird seed in here? I need some of that bird seed. Okay. Police this week found the bodies of 2 men in the blank subway identified as blank and blank. Corresponding to the precinct states that the MO is very similar to the blank death of a still unidentified blank man on the blank freeway tunnel and are warning that this may be the sign of a serial killer despite the blank distance between the 2 incidents. Some sources have dubbed him as the Tunnel Man as speculation on these deaths has been mounting. Okay. So we need... Don't birdseed me, bro. You birdseed me. That's not cool. Let me get some of that gas. Are you already here? Yes, you are. Oh, it actually kind of makes sense, because maybe it's a canary. You know, like the canary in the cage? Yeah, I get it now. In the mine. I think we're hopefully good. Gotta go in now. Because I felt like you were right near me, because I started hearing the little canary going. There it is. There's our canary man. Just phasing through the walls. Okay. We good, we got light. And I'm running. If I made it in time. No, he still spotted me. Okay. This time... a little more... confident we can get out of here. Open, 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 open. Good. Once I got the gate open, I got out of there as quickly as possible. I couldn't help but glance back though, but that thing was gone. Nowhere to be seen. I didn't feel like sticking around, so I just kept running and made my way home. It was late as hell. My parents didn't know as I was gone, so they were up and ready to chew me out for it. But they forgot that pretty quickly when they saw the state I was in. I was in shock, and at some point even started puking. You have to understand that the events you described are rather extraordinary. You might have been in shock. Perhaps the mine had residual gas that affected your mind. Your monster could have just been a regular man. I wasn't imagining things, damn it. There was a damn monster in there. Listen, I understand that you're very stressed right now, but there are much more reasonable explanations than that. I knew you wouldn't believe me. There's some kind of weird creature in those mines, and if you were all smart, you'd be telling people to stay far away from them. Cage Face. Case 1. The mine. So we beat the hardcore mode. We'll just go for these items here. We have some items here. Investigator's Journal. Got a new case recently. A woman came into my office looking distraught, begging me to help find her grandpa. Apparently he'd been missing for 3 months and the cops had dropped their search, as they usually do. She was getting desperate, so she decided to hire me. It's always nice to be someone's last resort. I normally don't take cases like this. It's pretty run-of-the-mill, and I've had my fill of breaking bad news to people. But when she told me how much she was willing to drop for this, well, I couldn't say no. Day 3. Finally managed to get into the grandfather's home. The trouble was worth it though, because I managed to find a box he'd kept hidden deep in his wardrobe. It had a lot of odd stuff in it. A newspaper, some documents, and a VHS tape that you definitely couldn't just pick up without some credentials. I have no idea how he managed to get a hold of half of these things. Either he has friends in high places, or friends in low places that know how to get things they shouldn't have. There were also some notes that matched his handwriting, and a wooden box of a combo lock. The most bizarre thing, though, was a sketch of a strange humanoid creature, large in stature with some sick-looking contraption for a head. This search definitely helped me out, but I feel it's definitely brought up some more questions than it's answered. I have to keep looking. What else we got here? News. Renovated mines hit with horrible death. The Blackstone mines, which were closed back in the 1800s and had been recently reopened, has become home to a horrible tragedy just this week. 2 teenagers who have yet to be identified snuck into the mines to engage in vandalism, but one was killed and the other was hospitalized with as of yet unknown illness. Local police are unsure whether this was accidental or if foul play was involved, but the incident has halted the mine's reopening. We might just have to close it up again, the mine supervisor said to us in an interview. And there's Cage Face. Very literal name. Autopsy report. Multiple stab wounds to the body. Best matching implement is similar to a pickaxe. Signs of damage to lungs fitting poisoning as well as evidence of symptoms beforehand, though bizarrely no trace of chemicals were found in the body. Let's see. Mine incident survivor. That's just a remote. Strange note. I regret the things I did when I was young, and as I become old and gray, I still seek an answer to what I've done. I don't think the emptiness of my heart will ever feel full if I don't pay for what I did. So right off the bat, I'm already seeing like there's some letters that are capitalized down there. So young. Okay. So I regret the things I did. Young, old, and fool are capitalized. And instantly I already think back to the previous puzzle. They basically gave it away because the puzzle in game is the same logic. So, good thing I brought up a picture of the thing here. So young would be 1, then old would be 9, and then fool. Fool would be... Yep, I was right. So we got some items here. Storage unit key. Bank robbery evidence, Exhibit A. Gun found in sewers. Can't really do anything with this, just look at. Might be... It just might be bait for the sequel, because they do say they want to make this a sequel. This is obviously case 1. We're going to be investigating hunting down Cage Face. Let's read the letter that came out. If you're reading this note, it's fairly likely I'm no longer around. If you've been following my clues, you're probably wondering why I'm not just giving all the answers in one go. You see, all this information I've collected over the years is incredibly important to me. Precious even. And I want to make darn sure that if someone finds my paper trail, and is willing to put the effort in to follow it, you ever got the care and respect for the evidence I'm looking for, or you're just tenacious enough that you might as well. I've been hunting for this thing my whole life, and I'm hunting for proof and answer. By now it's probably no secret that my methods haven't been entirely legal, but I just can't bring myself to let that get in my way. There's a monster out there. I need to make sure everyone knows it. If you've gone this far, then I'm sure you won't mind going a little deeper, and maybe you can find the clues that will warn the world about this beast. So right now I'm just trying to figure out and show if there's a unique death CG for the illness part kind of going through. Which, as we know, only kind of progresses if Cage Face is nearby. It's like a AoE of death. Probably gas they're emitting. Because my theory is already, oh, they're a miner, died in a gas leak, died with their canary. So now they're getting revenge on random teenagers who dare come in here. Because why not? Oh man, that's pretty gory. Like, it's not as directly gory, but it feels bad, man. Makes you think of that one Wax Museum horror game. Which also had a lot of deaths in mind. So that's Cage Face Case 1. We're now going to go on to the second Cage Face game, which was technically made before this one. So this is the second game we'll be playing, Cage Face Subway. Unlike the other Cage Face games, this is actually a side-scroller, but it still features, well, Cage Face. Anonymous letter. Dear Sir, having heard of your reputation as a professional investigator, I decided to write this message to you on the condition that I remain anonymous. You appear to be a person with the broadest knowledge concerning these strange events, so I believe my trust in you is not misplaced. The truth is that I may have some come face-to-face with whatever it is you are pursuing. You see, I'm a survivor of the incident in the subway the papers wrote about, though I did not share my story with anyone in fear of being marked as insane. It all seemed to start once the subway car made a sudden stop for an unknown reason. Over the course of an hour or two, it looked as if each passenger disappeared one by one, until no one was left. So I got up from my seat and began to search around for any sign of life, all while experiencing a growing headache. Damn, this headache is killing me. I only have a few dollars on me. Hope it's enough to buy some medicine. You know what else is gonna kill you? Cage Face. Myself. Little nods to the creators of our games. This door leads to the next car. I can see 2 men inside. Hi, dude. Hello, sir. Oh, hi there. So I'm not alone in here after all. No, indeed. There's me and the guy over there. That's all the company you get. You don't look too well. You've got keen eyes. I have a blade rot headache. If only that medicine I just took could kick in a bit faster. Same here. Could I have some of that medicine too? Since I'm feeling a bit down, why don't you give me something in return first? A cigarette might help me relax. Oh, if I get my own lighter. Crap. Do you know what happened? Oh, no idea. I was just taking the subway home and I'm taking myself some more smokes. And the power went down and cars stopped moving. Gradually people walked out. Though I don't remember seeing them leave the vehicle at all. The doors don't seem to open either. Well, that's what it looked like to me too. Good, so I'm not crazy. God, ever since I woke up I knew today wasn't gonna be great. Well, I should get going. Good luck with that. See, Cage Face seems to have some hefty powers. Excuse me, can I talk to you? You have a voice now, don't you? Sure you can. Oh yes, I just want to ask you what you saw happening here. Nothing. I was sleeping right here. I was awakened by that guy in the suit there. As if I had any cigarettes on me. Poof, nobody else was sitting here anymore. Right, that still doesn't clarify the situation. So I felt getting dizzy as the hours passed. Breathing isn't as easy as it used to be. So that's probably the gas effect that Cage Face has. You look ill, better visit a doctor soon. Nope, can't afford that. Just purchase some medicine. Or I can just find some. You wouldn't believe what people leave lying around. Who are you? You from around these parts? Yeah, I sort of live here. Never had this happen before. Not quite the safest of towns to be lying around. Oh, true. Anywhere I go is tricky. But inside a subway car is still better than outside. On top of that, my mom always used to warn me of something in particular. Never go towards the light at the end of the tunnel. What? Don't know exactly, but there's been rumors. I have to go now. Thank you for your time. No problem, I got plenty of time left. Well, when we started dying from the poison, we saw a light at the end of the tunnel, too. I remember to get off the subway and walk around the tunnel. Uh-oh. Clank, clank. Garbage. Looks like someone threw an empty pack of cigarettes in there, not realizing there was still one left. So can we give you cash? Here, take some of this money. Use it well once we get out of here. Well, thanks a bunch, dear. It's quite a lot, really. You take this lighter. You'll need it when it gets dark. So you need a lighter and a cigarette. I brought you a cigarette. Problem is, I forgot my lighter. Do you have one? Yep. Here you go. Thank you very much. Here's your reward. Much appreciated. Pills here. I should head to the previous car so I can take these meds and rest a bit. I guess just take him here? Back in the car, I took the meds, hoping that would get rid of the awful headache. I took some time to rest my eyes. I felt like only 5 minutes had passed when I was woken up by a loud mechanical sound. When I looked, the subway lights had turned off. I sat there in the dark for just a sec before I heard it. It sounded like a bird call, instantly followed by screams. Concerned that something might be wrong with the two men, I decided to get up and take a peek at the next car. With the lights out, I had to find another way to see in the darkness. Lighter. Use the lighter! Good thing I had this lighter. Ooh, it's bright. Wonder if everyone's okay not being murdered by a Cage Face. When I looked at the next car, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. There was a third person in the car, brutally murdering both of them with what I could make out was a pickaxe. But more haunting, however, was that person didn't look quite human. He appeared to tower over the two men and didn't seem to have a head. It was like a metal contraption with a bright light shining inside. I was in shock, seeing how the two men were thrown around the car and being killed by this monster. Soon I noticed the thing had slowly started to move towards the car I was in, and we had to hide fast. Not having much choice, I knelt down and pressed myself under one of the benches tightly and waited. A few seconds passed before I saw the monster appeared out of nowhere but not walked in. I held my breath, trying not to make any noise, but each second that became more of a challenge. My headache got worse, as the sound of a bird kept piercing through my head. Shortly after, I started to have difficulty breathing. It felt like I was going to vomit. It almost felt like I was getting poisoned, yet I did not smell or see any smoke, just the heavy boots and the pickaxe the killer was holding. I felt like I couldn't last any longer. Soon the monster finally walked off and suddenly vanished from the car. As Susan left, the sickness went away, and I felt like I could get up again. With some effort, I was able to get on my feet. I tried to run, but I felt dizzy. My head kept piercing, and I still had trouble breathing. If I attempted to run, I would surely collapse. But I refused to just stand around and let that thing take me, and I planned to get off that subway. Do we get off to the left? I couldn't believe it. I didn't want to go in that car, but I had no alternatives. I can't believe I'm doing this, but he might have something useful. Damn, there's nothing on him. Useless and dead. I can't believe I'm doing this, but he might have something useful. Great, he has a pocket knife. Handle's stuck, I can't get the budge. I need to find something to break the handle. Pocket knife? Can't use this item here. I'll need to use this on something else. Fire extinguisher. Yeah, here we go. Using the knife, I was able to break the panel off and get the fire extinguisher. With such a strength, I bashed the extinguisher against the doors. Repeated a few times before the handle finally came loose. I opened the door. I jumped off the subway into the tunnel's ground, and I moved as quickly as possible to get out of there. As if a nightmare caught up with me. The toxic air made my head and legs go numb until I nearly collapsed. Yet at the moment he could have his way with me. His attention was drawn somewhere else, when a sound came from deeper within the tunnel. The sound of a bird. And so ends my story. It just stood there for a while, as if listening intently to the bird. I took my chance to run as it walked away, drawn to the sound. I only have these specific moments to document. What they mean is a mystery to me. I sincerely hope this can at least help you in a way. I'm afraid I cannot be of any further assistance, and prefer not to be contacted. Good luck in your work. Mushy mush.
Oh, hey man. Got any news for me today? Wait. Are you seriously telling me you got the cold case documents? It includes a VHS tape. Okay. No. I can't wait till morning. Bring it over right away.
So I'm curious if the Case 2 is going to be a remake of the Subway, maybe in the first person, or this is still canon, and it will just lead on to like a new Cage Face encounter. But Cage Face seems to target tunnels, so like the mines, subway tunnel, anything like that. They're like underground. It's a pretty creepy design. I think Cage Face is pretty cool. It is similar, reminding me of obviously some other horror monsters that have like objects for heads, but it's distinct enough. Like the bird thing is a nice touch. So that's it for Cage Face, Case 1 the Mine, and the Subway. I think it's a little interesting as far as a unique property to try to make. They're integrating a kind of visual novel style to the side of the game, where there's a bit of heavy dialogue, and I don't just mean like the notes, I mean even just the cutscenes and the deaths. They're all essentially adventure game visual novel little things that pop up. And then there's the interactive main menu, which I think is a very cool idea. I like that. I think a few other games have done it, but I still like it. I think it's a little interesting way to make your kind of start screen a little more distinct and have some kind of little interesting things going on. So they're kind of multi-formatting, and I think feeling out to try to make Cage Face an it thing that kind of hits like Siren Head or some of those other monsters that have like taken the internet by storm. I think Cage Face definitely has some potential. It needs a bit of a kind of lengthier, meatier game. Not extremely lengthier, but just like maybe double the length of, say, the mine, at least. And then I would like to see more of those death cutscenes. I think those are really cool, and they kind of give me a nostalgic feeling. And not just for like when Cage Face grabs you or something, like maybe certain contextually unique Cage Face kills based on like where you're killed, like so on and so on, maybe a little different backgrounds, just small little touches to add a little more detail to the game. But yeah, anyway. So, thank you all for watching me play these 2 Cage Face games. I'll see you guys later, and take it easy.